Have you ever listened to an album, discovered that you like some of the songs, added them to your like songs, along with all the hundreds or maybe even thousands of others that are already in there, only for them to get lost and never hear them again? I've been through a similar situation in the past, and today I want to share how I make playlists that not only enrich my music listening experience, but also kind of enrich my life as well. In 2022, I started listening to albums a lot more frequently. I quickly built up a number of songs that I really liked. I added them to a playlist, and as I listened to more albums, that playlist grew and it grew until it was too big and there was too many songs to listen to. And then I realized that there was songs I liked even more from that playlist, and I added them to another playlist, and so on. And you can see where this is going. It's not very useful to listen to music this way. Eventually I realized that there must be a better way to do this. At first I started to make another playlist for the songs I liked and added them to that. And over time I would create another playlist after another few months of listening. And I started to realize that this worked a lot better. It meant that I could listen to the songs that I wanted at that time and that I'd been listening to recently, and it meant they didn't get lost. But it also meant that I kind of had a way of keeping track of what I'd been listening to when. And by the end of 2022, I kind of took this to the extreme, and each month I would create a new playlist full of the songs that I've liked from the albums I listened to that month. And I would add them to this playlist. And by the end of the year, I'd have a bunch of playlists that kind of told the story of my year and what I'd been listening to, and also really brought back memories of the times that I'd had whilst listening to these songs. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've kind of altered the system and updated a little bit. So now I'll share with you what I do. Each month I'll choose a certain number of albums that I'll listen to that month. It varies a bit, but often between 5 and 15 albums for the month. And I listen to them a lot, and the songs that I like, I put in the playlist for that month. And at the end of that month, I listen to the playlist, and I kind of rank the songs that I like the most. And I choose 5, and my favourite 5 I put into another playlist. And this is the yearly playlist. And so by the end of the year, I have 12 monthly playlists full of a lot of songs. And I also have a yearly playlist full of my absolute favourite songs, full of 60 songs from the year. And then at the end of the year, when I listen to this playlist, it really takes me back through what I've done that year, where I've been and what I was listening to, and how it made me feel at the time, and what I was thinking about at the time. And it's a really good way of going over my year and kind of reflecting on where I've been. I also have some other playlists that I take from the monthly playlists. These playlists are more focused around vibes or genres or feelings, and I take songs that fit a particular vibe and they build up over time until I've got a playlist full of songs that I really like, which are all kind of fit that particular vibe. I'm a bit particular about what songs can go on these playlists, so I don't let any singles or short albums, like less than 4 songs, go on this playlist. They actually have a different playlist that I listen to, which I listen to kind of as the music comes out, and then eventually I put them onto the vibes playlists as well. So, what do I like about this system? As I said before, I really like how it links music particularly to different times and places in my life. This is especially powerful if I've been on holidays or been on road trips or things like that. Sometimes I hear a song come on and I'll instantly be transported back to the time that I was listening to that song, and that's really cool. I'm also the sort of person who really likes categorizing things and organizing things. So I find this really helpful for that, and I really enjoy just having everything ordered and organized in its own playlists. This system definitely has its downsides. Sometimes it'll feel like I want to listen to more music more after that month, or I feel like I haven't fully explored an album 1 month. It can be a bit of a pain to stick to my rules and move on to the next month. Or sometimes I can be too ambitious at the start of the month and choose too many albums to listen to, or too few, and then I feel like I've got too much or not enough listening by the end of the month. So it's definitely not for everyone. But there's also other ways you can do it. I think it would work well if you just listen to less albums, but you could also choose to do a 2 or 3 month period that you make a playlist for, which is a lot less playlists as well, but still has the advantages of the system. As I said, I've made a few tweaks to the system over the years. I'll continue to do so. I have a document that I keep track of everything, and I might upload that as well if you want more details about how I keep track of things. One of the things I've also really enjoyed doing is kind of having an awards night at the end of the year for the music I've listened to. Over the last couple of years, I've done it to an audience of no one on Threads, but just kind of celebrated the artists that I've really enjoyed listening to that year. And I'm pleased to announce that I'm going to broadcast this on YouTube this year. So look forward to that, hopefully, in the next few weeks, the 2025 Howie Music Awards. So I hope you'll join me for that as well. It should be a fun time. Until then, if you have any suggestions about how I can improve this system, or maybe you want to tell me how you listen to music, or how you enjoy your music, I'd love to hear it. Also, if you have any album recommendations, I'm open to pretty much anything. I have a long list to get through, but always keen to hear new, good music. So until next time, happy listening. And just one last thing I forgot. There will be a room update coming soon. I promise. We'll get there. Anyway, bye for now.